It's the Fun Morning Show on Fun 107, Wednesday morning, October 2nd, 2024. Happy birthday to Tiffany. She and Kelly Ripa, both born on the same day, 54 years ago. Dr. Melfi from The Sopranos, Lorraine Bracco.
What's happening is we're getting closer to you confronting your true feelings about what's really going on here.
She is 70 years old today. Happy birthday to Sting.
And here to sing a romantic ballad is the one and only Sting.
Fields of gold.
Sting is 73 years old today. It was on this date back in 1995. We found out that the OJ jury had a verdict after deliberating for only 4 hours. That verdict would be announced the next day. Black Eyed Peas had Fun 107's number one song 15 years ago. I Got a Feeling was wrapping up nearly 2 months at number one here on the South Coast and across America. 13 years ago, 60 Minutes announced that Andy Rooney's next appearance on the show would be his last. He was finally retiring.
I've heard of Sting and the Rolling Stones, but someone sent me Billboard magazine, and I looked at a list of the top 200 performers, and nobody I know is on that bestseller list.
Sadly, Mr. Rooney died less than 5 weeks later. And 4 years ago today, Fun 107, Michael and Maddie. And it's going to be kind of a cloudy day today. We'll see some peaks of sunshine throughout the day, especially later this afternoon. But I think the clouds are going to win this battle out for most of the day today. Highs up in the mid-60s, 55 now.
Bringing you a taste of Hollywood right here to the South Coast. And we are here for it. We're spilling the tea with the entertainment update presented by Kia of Dartmouth on the South Coast #1 hit music station.
Well, an iconic actor has passed away. John Amos. He made us laugh as JJ's dad on the show Good Times. He made us cry with his epic performance in Roots. And that's exactly how John Amos says he wanted to be remembered.
As a guy that made people laugh, who made people think a little bit, but didn't hold himself up to be some world philosopher.
So Amos often clashed with the all-white writers of the TV show Good Times because he felt they didn't always understand the black experience. He ended up getting fired from the show, but the very next year got an Emmy nomination for his role in Roots. And you also might remember he later played the Burger Boss in Eddie Murphy's Coming to America.
I don't give a damn who you are. This is America, Jack. Now you say one more word about Lisa here, and I'm going to break my foot off in your royal
He was good.
He was very good.
Really good actor.
Strong.
Liked him in Good Times. Used to watch that. Remember Janet Jackson was in Good Times. She was a little girl.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It's all coming back. Because at first, Good Times, and I couldn't put my thumb on it until you said the Dynamite guy.
Dynamite.
Yeah, now it's all coming back. That was solid.
Legendary singer Frankie Valli. This is kind of weird. People are on the internet saying that he's being forced to perform against his will. Now, this guy's 90.
Yeah.
90 years old. And so this all started after some videos of Frankie Valli performing with the Four Seasons hit TikTok. And in the clips, the 90-year-old singer doesn't really look like he's actually singing. Now, to be fair, I saw Frank Sinatra in, his later years perform in Syracuse.
Yeah.
It was like karaoke. He had the screen up there. He didn't remember the words. He was just kind of going along with it. I think it's just kind of one of those things, too.
Of course, yeah.
So he didn't really know the words either, but some people online said it didn't even look like he knew where he was, which is a little disturbing. So
90 years old. Come on.
This led to speculation that Frankie Valli was being forced to perform against his will, but Frankie Valli said no way. In a statement to People magazine, he said, "Nobody has ever made me do anything I don't want to do." He says he's blessed at 90 years old to still be doing what he loves. And he'll keep on doing it as long as his audience want to keep paying money to see him do it.
Right.
Go for it, man. Absolutely.
This song has been an absolute icon on TikTok and weddings and parties. Now, it had a resurgence, and people just love the part. Well, right here.
Hold on. You belt it up.
I love you, baby.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's so good.
So Frankie Valli's okay, everybody, at least according to him. So one of the best actors of all time is coming out of retirement. So from My Left Foot to There Will Be Blood to the movie Lincoln, Daniel Day-Lewis, he's the only man to ever win 3 Oscars for Best Actor.
Wow.
So when he decided to retire back in 2017, and he was only 61, he kind of shocked the world. The people were like, why is he retiring? But it seems there is one director who was able to bring Daniel Day-Lewis out of retirement and back in front of the camera, and it was his son, Ronan.
Oh, there we go.
Daniel Day-Lewis will star in Ronan's directorial debut called An Enemy, which the 26-year-old co-wrote, and we are told that it's about the dynamics of family bonds between fathers, sons, and brothers.
Oh, wholesome
Movie. So Daniel Day-Lewis coming out of retirement for his son. Entertainment Update is brought to you by Kia of Dartmouth. Get the best deal on your new Kia with Kia of Dartmouth's exclusive 10% discount on select Kia models. People down to New Orleans to see one of her final sold-out shows for the Eras Tour. Get on that Fun 107 app and start recording. Tell us what your name is, where you're from, why you like Fun 107, why you love Taylor Swift, why you should go to New Orleans.
Schmooze us. I'm in the mood to be schmoozed.
So I want to turn this over to the audience this morning because I want some help analyzing a dream that I had right before the alarm went off. I had the weirdest dream. And so if there's anybody out there who can analyze a dream, you can either call us at 508-994-1071 or get on the Fun 107 app and submit audio and tell me what you think of this dream, because I'm still baffled by it. So again, it stopped when the alarm went off. So I was actually glad because it was a very stressful dream.
Oh, okay.
So here's what was going on. I drove my SUV into a parking garage. Okay, and when you get into a parking garage, you start going up, like the levels.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going up level after level after level. I'm like, oh, my God, I just can't find a spot. So I keep going higher and higher and higher. Before I figure, and I look out the side of the garage because there was a way to look out beyond the walls. And I was like too far up. Like it was scary.
Okay.
I was very scared.
You're high above the ground.
Very high above. So it was picture like Empire State Building, and then you look out, you're like, whoa, like you get nervous.
Yeah.
So that's where I was. So then I started like really being careful with the way I was driving because I didn't want to go over and die. So then I was like, I was paralyzed with fear because I couldn't drive anymore. I was too afraid that I was going to not have the ability to drive. So I get out of the car, and then I'm trying to climb down the parking garage on a ladder. And again, I'm nervous because if one wrong step on that ladder, woo!
See you later.
All the way down. And I never got out of there because I finally woke up.
And you left your car.
I left my car. I left the ladder.
But, you didn't even put it in a parking spot. So
no.
You're blocking somebody in as we speak.
Yeah.
The car is still there.
They're so mad right now.
I mean, it's very interesting. It feels like you're trying to get somewhere in life, but you haven't quite figured out. You know what it is? Your next chapter is upon you, but that's just a tease. It's a little Netflix tease. It's not going to tell you what's going on in your next season, but there's a little bit of a tease, and you got to keep wait. If you wait, be patient. I think that's the key. You have to be patient. Just a little bit longer, Michael. Something's going to spawn. You know what you need to start doing? daily affirmations. Are you on like, you're on Instagram, right?
I see you with your daily affirmations.
It's good. It actually.
You post them every day.
Every single day. And I don't care if it doesn't come through. It's like the people who watch read their horoscopes every day. Okay? I'm not a horoscope guy, but I do like reading good things and things that are going to say, hey, something great is going to happen to you today. So maybe take this dream and say that you just got to keep going, keep driving just a little bit more, and you're going to find that sweet spot in life. And that's where that car is going to take you, into that one spot that you've been waiting for.
We got a direct message in here on the Fun 107 app. This is from Willow Dunn. And Willow says, dreaming of parking can indicate a strong desire to add more leisure to your waking life.
Add more leisure.
So basically working too hard.
Oh.
She says, parking can also symbolize an ordered, more structured place in which you are able to relax and be yourself more. So I guess like parking is just like, you know what I mean? Like you need that
rest.
But mine was not restful whatsoever. It was very stressful. She says, you may have become too focused on things which are more serious and in turn leaves not a lot of room for less serious matters, says Willow. So, I don't know.
It's funny because a lot of people dream that they can't find their car in a parking garage where you are, you're in it. You can't find a spot.
And climbing until I was like way too high.
When you woke up, did you feel incomplete?
I felt relieved because I didn't know how I was going to get out of there. Call us, 508-994-1071. Any analysis on my dream that I had last night. You can also submit audio on the Fun 107 app. Be my, my psychologist this morning. Let's work through this together. The Clouds are going to be winning this battle today. Highs in the mid-60s. We're doing our Take Me to Taylor contest, where all you got to do is open up that Fun 107 app and hit submit audio. Tell us why, your name, your hometown, why you like Fun 107, why you love Taylor Swift, and we could be sending you down to New Orleans to see Taylor Swift live at one of her final sold-out shows for the Eras Tour as it winds up.
This could be it for now.
No, this is it. I mean, it's winding up now. It's been like 2 years.
For the Eras Tour, yes.
Yeah.
She'll be back again.
That's one of a crazy long tour. But, we've got a couple here to play this morning. We've got Colleen Kennefic listening in Mattapoisett, and here's what Colleen had to say.
Hi, this is Claire Kennefic from Mattapoisett. I love listening to 107 in the mornings with my mom. I'd be very grateful to get Taylor Swift tickets because I love listening to Taylor Swift with my mom. We dance to it in the morning before school every day. And we also sing to it in the car. We've probably watched the Eras Tour a ton of times. So I'd be very grateful if I could go with my mom. So thank you.
All right, Claire right there. And we've got Derek Cabral now in Fall River.
Hi, my name is Derek. I'm from Fall River. I listen to you guys on Fun 107 every morning before I go to work to Walmart. I heard you guys play a really funny recording the other day from Jesse Gomes. Jesse happens to be my bestie Brianna Gomes' dad and has been trying to win her tickets along with everybody else in her family and all of her friends because she obviously didn't get them herself. She really deserves to be there because she's the biggest Swiftie. Please give her the tickets. Thank you.
Well, that was nice of him.
Yeah, he's going for somebody else.
For somebody else. Love that.
That is nice.
Unless, you know what? This could be a ploy.
He wants to be the guest.
He wants to be the guest. Good for you, pal.
All right. Send in some audio. Submit it on the Fun 107 app. You could be on your way to New Orleans. The Big Easy to see Taylor from Fun 107. We've got Phil Devitt in the newsroom.
Dock workers on the East Coast are on strike for the first time in decades, demanding higher pay and protection from job automation. The strike could disrupt supply chains and raise prices for consumers. While most dock workers are striking, a union in New Bedford is continuing to load ships for offshore wind projects. Union leaders say the work is crucial for the nation's energy transition and will continue despite the national strike. New management has taken over at several Massachusetts hospitals formerly owned by bankrupt Steward Healthcare. The transition began yesterday with signs of change taking place immediately at some facilities after the sale closed. St. Anne's in Fall River and Morton in Taunton are now owned by Lifespan. Governor Maura Healey called it a great day. The governor planning to use executive powers to immediately put a new gun law passed by the legislature into effect. Healey's expected to sign an emergency order putting the law into effect today instead of its planned date of October 23rd. The move stops opponents from trying to suspend the law from taking effect with a petition drive, which is underway. Gun rights supporters say Healey's circumventing the will of the people by imposing an unconstitutional law before it could be suspended. The vice presidential debate between Ohio Senator J.D. Vance and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz gave the candidates a chance to display their policy differences.
We don't want to blame immigrants for higher housing prices, but we do want to blame Kamala Harris for letting in millions of illegal aliens into this country, which does drive up costs, Tim.
The two discussed topics including abortion, the economy, inflation, Middle Eastern conflicts, and more. They squared off at the CBS event Tuesday night in New York City in what was their first and possibly only head-to-head clash of the 2024 election. And the average amount of money neighbors plan to spend on Halloween this year is around $277. According to a survey by Nextdoor, $76 of that is on decorations and costumes. In sports, the Bruins continued the preseason with a 4-1 win over the Philadelphia Flyers at TD Garden. Boston takes on the Los Angeles Kings on Thursday, and the Patriots could be looking to make an upgrade to their roster. According to ESPN, the Pats hosted offensive lineman Jesse Davis and tight end Trey McKitty for a workout on Tuesday. Pats host the Miami Dolphins on Sunday. Traffic and weather next. I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
Well, you take a look at what's happening to the poor people down in North Carolina and Florida. The hurricane, leaving some serious damage. And, of course, the flooding was really so devastating. And it makes you think about how, God forbid if that ever happened here, would you be ready? Would your sump pump be ready if there was extreme flooding like that? And Sump Pump Geeks can make sure you are ready. And you're not going to believe how much it costs to get a Sump Pump Geek into your basement. I would never have guessed $59. That's it. Just $59 gets a Sump Pump Geek into your basement. They'll set up a plan for you, and I'll speak from my experience, never had another drop of water in my basement again after the Sump Pump Geeks went down there and took care of business. So, best $59 you can spend as a homeowner if you're getting water in your basement. You don't want to wait until it's, a flooding situation to call them. Call them now while it's under control. Sump Pump Geeks, they're right in Westport. Find them online, sumppumpgeeks.com. Show, Michael Rock and Gazelle. And we've got the 30 grand in your hand contest going strong.
Real strong.
People want to win this money. Why wouldn't you?
30K in this environment, this economy, absolutely.
So we would direct deposit $30,000 into your bank account when you win with 30 grand in your hand. So if you want to, get involved in that, you want to make sure you're here right after 8 o'clock. We're going to give you your first pin of the day. You're going to bring that to the Fun 107 app. Open it up. You're going to see the money bag icon. Click right on that money bag icon. Scroll down to today's date, and you're going to enter the 3-digit PIN. Then I'm going to give you coming up in just a few minutes here on the Fun Morning Show. So it's time for Wet Nose Wednesday. Maddie's going to do this as well in the afternoon. There's no way she's going to stop doing this. But we figured we got to make sure that the morning audience hears about these dogs that are available for adoption as well as the cats and turtles and all the other things that we talk about. But today we are introducing you to Snuffleupagus.
Oh.
Snuffy is a 7-year-old boxer mix who is right now living at Forever Paws Animal Shelter. And he is a social dog. He's friendly, real sweet boy, just wants to soak up all the attention like a sponge, says Forever Paws. He thinks he's a lap dog. He's a boxer, so he's kind of big and goofy. But he was found as a stray, so they don't really know much about Snuffleupagus. But the shelter's pretty sure that he'd do well with other dogs and kids that are at least 10 years old. So even though he's 7 years old, he's been around the block a couple times, Still loves to get out there and play in the yard. Still loves to romp around with his friends. Doesn't really care about toys too much, but maybe if he's got somebody to play with and throw the rope and the balls and stuff like that, he might become playful again. You know what I mean? So if you want to take a look at Snuffleupagus, you can see his photo front and center on fun107.com right now.
I love that overbite.
He's got that big, he's got that big, profound chin that the boxers all have.
Mike, look at the eyes. Come on.
He's a caring little boy.
I love the name. What is it? Snuff for short.
Snuffleupagus, Snuffy.
Snuffy.
Yeah, like Sesame Street. So
what was Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street?
He was like a mammoth.
A mammoth, yeah.
Yeah.
Who probably wants to sit on your lap, but too big for his...
He doesn't know. Exactly. Perfect name. Perfect name. But What Knows Wednesday is proudly brought to you by First Citizens, Federal Credit Union, and Wolf and Bear Co. on Fun 107. 7:56, and Phil has a look at the headlines.
New Bedford police arrested a 37-year-old man after a stabbing on Tuesday morning. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries and reported a neighbor dispute. Cristobal Casiano, a level 3 sex offender with a history of violent crimes against minors, is charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. A nationwide strike by dock workers is disrupting supply chains and causing consumer prices to rise. The strike, affecting 36 ports, is over wages and job automation. While most dock workers are striking, a local union in New Bedford is continuing to load ships for offshore wind projects. The union says the work is vital for the nation's energy transition. Rhode Island-based Lifespan has finalized its purchase of St. Anne's Hospital in Fall River and Morton Hospital in Taunton. The hospitals were previously part of Stewart Healthcare, which went bankrupt. Lifespan plans to keep the hospitals open, and there are no immediate plans for layoffs. The hospitals employ over 3,500 people. Lifespan says it's committed to stabilizing the hospitals and investing in their future. CVS Health is eliminating 2,900 corporate jobs. The Woonsocket-based company said frontline employees in stores, pharmacies, and distribution centers will not be affected. In August, CVS announced it would cut $2 billion in corporate costs. J.D. Vance says the U.S. has to stop the bleeding at the southern border. During Tuesday's debate hosted by CBS News, the Republican vice presidential nominee said it starts by deporting criminal migrants.
You've got to re-implement Donald Trump's border policies, build the wall, re-implement deportations.
Democratic vice presidential nominee Tim Walz says Kamala Harris has a great track record when it comes to dealing with gangs and the border.
Kamala Harris was the attorney general of the largest state and a border state in California. She's the only person in this race who prosecuted transnational gangs for human trafficking and drug interventions.
This was the first and likely only VP debate. And looking for a potential out-of-this-world experience? The online gambling company BetUS crunched the numbers from the National UFO Reporting Center to come up with a list of cities where you have the best odds of possibly spotting an unidentified flying object. Phoenix, Arizona ranks first, followed by New York City. And at number 3 is Las Vegas, notably not far from the famous Area 51. In sports, Bruins beat the Philadelphia Flyers last night 4-1. Next preseason game with the Los Angeles Kings on Thursday. Patriots gearing up for Sunday, a home game with the Miami Dolphins. Traffic and weather next. I'm Phil Devitt for Fun.
The Fun Morning Show. I'm Michael Rock. That's Gazelle.
And you think I would have forgotten? You thought I forgot, didn't you? You sneaky, sly son of a gun. Go ahead, Michael. Tell everybody. Listen, I know you hate it. That's why I like getting you uncomfortable.
I don't hate it. It just doesn't matter to me. It's not important.
It doesn't matter to you, but it matters to the people around you.
No, it does not.
It matters to me.
Nobody cares.
I'm your producer. I'm supposed to be keeping tabs on your life. That's what I do here, inside and outside of the studio. Today is Michael's birthday, and we have a couple of special surprises. Bring in the Alianza crew. And Phil, come on, buddy, bring it in.
Really have to go this. Okay. Oh, come on.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow. This is a lot, guys.
All right. There we go. So
thank you to everybody from Alianza for coming by. That's very unnecessary, but very thoughtful. There's a big present. This is...
Phil, how was that? Was that pretty heavy? I don't know what is in that. He has no idea. Nobody knows.
All right.
Do you like my rapping, by the way?
This better be just a joke, nothing gift.
What are you talking about?
I hope it's not like a real thing.
It's a gift. Oh, we should have got him.
All right.
There we go. Okay. Now rip that bad boy open. Yeah.
It says Warner Music.
Oh, I stole the box from your office.
Oh, this is a good gift.
I told you.
I like this gift. I actually 100% need this gift. At home, I ran out of Sprite last night.
I got you 3 fridge packs of Sprite.
A 3-pack.
Nice.
I love it.
That should last you at least.
This is a seriously great gift. This made my day. I love it. 3 12-packs of Sprite. What more could a man want?
That's what I'm saying, right?
That's a birthday right there, man.
I told you.
That's a birthday. That's something you know somebody.
Ever doubt me. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's very thoughtful. I appreciate that.
You got it. Well, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you very much. And Phil Devitt, step right over to that microphone. Let us know what's happening this morning.
New Bedford police say a neighbor dispute led to a stabbing on Tuesday. The victim's injuries are not life-threatening. Police arrested 37-year-old Cristobal Casiano, a registered level 3 sex offender, and charged him with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. The Port of New Bedford remains active despite a national dock workers strike, the first in decades. That strike, now in day 2, could disrupt supply chains and raise prices for consumers. The New Bedford Light reports a local union in New Bedford is continuing to load ships for offshore wind projects. The union says the work is crucial for the nation's energy transition. New management has taken over at several Massachusetts hospitals formerly owned by bankrupt Steward Healthcare. The transition began yesterday with signs of change taking place immediately at some facilities. Lifespan in Rhode Island now owns St. Anne's Hospital in Fall River and Morton Hospital in Taunton. Tim Walsh says he misspoke when he said he was in China during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989.
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said.
When asked about his visits to China during Tuesday's debate hosted by CBS News, Walsh said he was in Hong Kong in the summer of 1989 and learned a lot about what needed to be in governance. Meanwhile, J.D. Vance was asked about previous critical remarks he made about former President Trump.
And sometimes, of course, I've disagreed with the president, but I've also been extremely open about the fact that I was wrong about Donald Trump.
This was the first and only VP debate. And get ready for a celestial spectacle. Astronomers predict that a star system in our Milky Way galaxy will explode very soon, and you might be able to see it with a naked eye. While the exact timing is uncertain, it's expected to happen any day now. The star system, T Corona Borealis, is located about 3,000 light years away. When the explosion happens, the star could become as bright as the North Star for several days. In sports, Bruins beat the Philadelphia Flyers last night 4-1. Next preseason game with the Los Angeles Kings on Thursday, and Patriots are home on Sunday to play the Miami Dolphins. Traffic and weather next. I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
So this is something pretty new at New Beige. They've got something new on Wednesday nights, and it's going to be Wednesday night tonight, so what the heck, let's go. Every Wednesday night, they shut up and play the hits with musical bingo. Starting tonight at 7, it's a lot of fun. I love musical bingo. I love knowing all the songs that they're playing, and it's going to be starting, actually it's going to be starting in a couple weeks on October 16th. That's the first time they're going to be doing this, but it's going to be every Wednesday night starting in 2 weeks from tonight, musical bingo. But they give you a bingo card. They play a song. If you got the song right there, you check it off and you are good to go. So it's something to look forward to as we head into the fall. But I'll tell you what, you don't need anything more than the food there at New Beige. It is outstanding. They've got a brand new fall menu. The weather's still cooperating, so you can have a nice dinner outside on Union Street. As a matter of fact, you know what? It's my birthday. Probably going to end up going to New Beige tonight and enjoying a great meal. It's one of my favorites right now out of all the restaurants in New Bedford. New Beige. Try it tonight. Try it this week. Right on Union Street, New Bedford. New Beige. Pretty nice day today. Highs in the mid-60s. Tomorrow's supposed to be gorge. Just perfect tomorrow. I appreciate the birthday present, Gazelle. This is
it's Michael's birthday.
It's a touching present. It really is. You know how to get me in the feels.
He's 51 years old.
51, dude. It's crazy.
I don't believe
How
it.
am I 51?
I am, if there's one hidden gift that I have, it's I can tell somebody's age, okay? I've worked the door as a doorman for many places, and I always get that, guess my age. I hate that game, but I play it every single time.
It's a dangerous game to play.
But I don't care. I have no shame. Like, if a girl comes up to me and says, guess how old I am, I bet you won't know. I have no problem. I'll even go a little bit higher to make her feel like that. So, but with you, 51, I think you would be the first person to stump me if you came up to a bar and I had to play that game. I wouldn't say 51. I would say, honest to God, I'd say early 40s. And that's my final.
Hey, I'll take it.
That's not bad, right?
I'm fine with that.
All right. I think that's the good thing.
How do I argue with that?
And then it goes even farther. We've crossed paths a couple times in CrossFit in the gym. I would say that your physical age, easily early 30s.
You're delusional.
I'm not delusional. Like, I've worked out on the side of you. You've kept up with me. If not, did more weight at one time. I remember that workout, that class.
I did more weight than you?
You did.
With what?
Well, all right. I had a back injury, so I was kind of
you were injured.
All right, well, I thought I was trying to say you are extremely impressive in the gym for a 51-year-old. And when you go out and you do your CrossFit games and you get happy about your standards and your scores, it's nothing to laugh about. I think that it's truly an impressive score for somebody who's 51 years old. Maybe it's because you did wrestling. Did you do any contact sports?
Yes.
Yeah. Usually you do contact sports, your body's hurting around this age. Is your body hurting?
Knock on wood, I feel the same way I felt 20 years ago.
The only complaint
I don't know why. I just don't know why.
Is if you have like a tight hamstring or something like that. No, I mean,
well, I was complaining about my hamstrings this morning because I worked them out like crazy the other day. And I'm just, I'm recovering.
But other than that, I've never heard you come in and be like, oh, my back hurts, or, man, I don't know what's going on.
No,
like,
honestly,
I'm
very lucky. I'm knocking on crazy wood right now.
You got some good genetics. You really do.
Maybe.
I mean, you got kids who are, these are some healthy kids. Let's call it that. You have a daughter who's a rowing superstar who you didn't even know about. And I just think that maybe I'm a little jealous is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm 30. Oh, we did this the other day. I don't even know. 36.
You're 36.
Going on 37.
Yeah.
And maybe it was the many years of rugby, but my body, when I wake up some days, I feel like I've been hit by a train. And I have days where I wish I could switch bodies with you. Kind of like that Freaky Friday movie.
That is ridiculous.
I'm just saying. Listen, you can have my strength, but I will take your, overall wellness. You're pretty good. You rarely get sick. You don't find any of this weird?
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
You're 51 years old and you have the health of 1,000 gods, Michael.
Here's the thing. No, here's what it is. I'll tell you exactly what this is.
And you don't take vitamins either.
When I was young, a kid, all the way up into high school, into college, I always looked super young. I was always way behind. I was very, very young. Like, back then it was in a bad way. Like, where you don't want it to be young. You're in high school and, I'm a senior. I look like I'm in 8th grade. The ladies don't exactly like that. You know what I mean?
I've been there.
So I paid the price back then, and now it's coming around because I'm still, I guess young like that. So, now.
Fine wine, baby.
This is like, God making up for those terrible years. You know what I mean? Like,
kind of like a weird case of Benjamin Button. But, hey, good for you. Whatever secrets you have, share it with the audience because you aren't doing anything special.
All right,
let's be honest.
I'm a vampire.
Nah, that's not it. It could be you don't drink coffee, you don't drink caffeine. That could definitely have some tolls.
I've never smoked anything in my life. Nothing like that.
When it comes to alcohol, it is... First of all, you don't drink. Let's put it that way. I have to force you to drink a dirty banana, and that's once a year.
But I don't eat particularly healthy.
You don't? Man, you don't. You're getting me. You're a weird individual.
I am. I'm a weirdo.
In a good way. In a very good way. But happy birthday.
Thank you. And speaking of eating, I did want to ask this question because it's my birthday.
Yeah,
Thanks for bringing it up. Back in the day, there were restaurants that you could go in there on your birthday and get a free meal.
Yeah.
There used to be this place in Newport. I think it was called Christie's. I might be wrong on the name. But it was right on the water. You go in there on your birthday. You could get anything you wanted on the menu for your birthday. You had to show ID, anything you wanted.
Nice.
And would go there all the time. And now I don't think they do it anymore. I don't even think it's a restaurant anymore. But I'm wondering, are there any, I think Applebee's used to do it too. Are there any restaurants now that you can get a free meal on your birthday? Because I'm scheming. And here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to go to multiple.
Oh, they used to be, I used to take advantage of the free drinks. Like you get a free, they call them birthday drinks. And there were a couple bars back in the day. They're not even here anymore. But one of them was called the New Wave Cafe. And every year you can get a birthday drink. And this was this like 24-ounce mug. Everything but the kitchen sink. Kind of like a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah.
But like stronger. And you only get one. Now, I went, if my birthday is December 21st, I used to go December 20th, wait till midnight, get my free drink, then go back the next day.
Now that's smart.
They
I
caught
like
me
that.
until they caught me, and I got banned.
Banned? That's ingenious.
Banned from the birthday drink. So, like, you know, I still go in there.
That is controversial.
They're no longer here, and I'm good friends with the owner still, but, like, I'll never forget that day. Paulo.
I think that is terrible.
So, it just so happens to go, you know, you can get there after midnight, and then you can go back the next day when they open at 6 o'clock.
This is something to shoot for next year.
Yes.
So, because Denny's still open in Fall River?
Yes, they are. Yep.
Go there right after midnight at Denny's.
Yeah.
Eat.
Oh, yeah.
Go back the next day. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
See?
All right, well, let's see. There's got to be some restaurants out there that do
what
this.
are some restaurants on the South Coast that serve a free meal on your birthday? 508-994-1071 or submit audio on the Fun 107 app. This has been an awfully nice morning. Karen from Tropical Smoothie Cafe just dropped off my favorite drink, the Beach Bum.
They named it after you.
No, that was very nice. Thank you, Karen, over at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Fairhaven. So we're talking about, so Gazelle was kind enough to bring up the fact that I turned 51 today. First of all, doesn't it seem like I turned 50 like 2 weeks ago?
Exactly, because
Time
I remember
flies, man.
Maddie had to bring it up last year because you didn't tell. You never tell us, and we always get these little subtle hints. I never know. I don't have it in my phone. I don't know why. Somebody submitted your birthday on the Fun 107 app last night.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, oh, this guy. Try to pull a quick one over. I would have went this entire show without even acknowledging it.
But anyway, so we started talking about in the old days, there used to be a day when you would, if it was your birthday, you could go to different restaurants and get a free meal. I remember one down in Newport. It was kind of fancy pants. So I'd like go and get like, you could get whatever you wanted. So I'd get a good one, you know, like order like a prime rib or whatever and just go for it. But it seems like those are kind of gone now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can we be honest for a second? The restaurant industry as a whole.
True.
They're not struggling. Some maybe, yes, but it's not what it used to be. You know, prices of everything is going up. So, I mean, IHOP apparently, Tati in New Bedford is saying IHOP will give you a free meal. So there you go. So you could start there for breakfast at least. There's one.
508-994-1071. Places around here that you can get a free meal if you show your ID on your birthday. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I heard Michael saying it was his birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I just wanted to give a little input. The Hungry Pot in Dartmouth, if it is your actual birthday and you present them with your ID, you get a free meal.
Michael, that is huge.
What's it called? The Hungry Pot?
Hungry Pot, the Korean barbecue place.
Oh, I've never been there yet.
Yeah. We went with my nephew, and we didn't realize that he would get a free meal, and we happened to say it was his birthday, and they were like, is it actually today, and do you have an ID? And he got his meal for free.
All right. That's good.
How old was he, though?
19.
Okay, so there you go. I was going to say maybe it was a kid's thing, but he's over 18.
Yeah,
That's solid.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. Fun 107. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I'm from Acushnet, but I've lived here in Taunton for a few years. I don't know if you ever heard of Home Plate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we were just at Home Plate like a week or so ago.
Oh, well, on your birthday, you get a free meal.
Oh, Michael,
There we
run.
go. There we go.
Home run at home plate.
Yeah, I missed it. I was disappointed. But, yeah, on your birthday.
Did you just pick anything you want on the menu?
Yeah, it's like anything, literally anything.
Well, there we go. We'll go have some lunch there at home plate today.
All right, so hear me out. Because you were saying that you're going to go on a little food venture today and take advantage of this. If you started at IHOP, you can get some like pancakes, some breakfast. Then you can head over. I would go to Hungry Pot in Dartmouth for lunch because that place gets slammed at nighttime. Then make your way up to home plate and have yourself a nice
big dinner.
Fat lobster roll.
I love it.
Yeah.
So tell us some places on the South Coast you can get a free meal on your birthday. 508-994-1071.
Happy